Yes, ma'am.
Madam Speaker, just, you have called this, as the President, transformation.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I said you and the President have called this
This
legislation
transformational.
transformational to Build Back Better Act. But how is this transformational if you're having to cut things like paid leave,
if you have to do what?
I said, how is this transformational if you're having to cut things like paid leave, these major climate programs, and what are the plans going forward to try to deal with some of
Well, thank you so much for your question. It is transformative and it is historic in its the issues that it addresses, and it's not issues, these are values. These are values and the resources that are allocated there. I'm still fighting for paid leave. I frankly have a hard time debating it because I don't understand why we wouldn't have that. But nonetheless, that does not undermine the fact that we have nearly $1 trillion in universal pre-K, child care, child tax credit, home health care, and the rest. So one program, as important as it is, does not subtract from the rest of it. Again, we still want that. We have it. We passed it in the Department of Defense bill, a former Department of Defense bill, which has paid family, not family, just family leave, not medical, family leave for federal and Department of Defense employees and the civilian workforce associated with that. So we've already have gone down that path very nicely. In fact, Senator Manchin said some very good things when he voted for that bill, which had that in there. But how can I say that this is transformative? Because it is. Because children in 12 states, families in 12 states will now have access to the Affordable Care Act. Millions of people added to that. That's very important because we'll have $500 billion to save the planet. And that's a jobs issue. Well, it's a health issue, first of all. Clean air, clean water, addressing the asthma issues and all the rest and the environmental injustice of it all. It's a health issue. It's a jobs issue. New green technologies have America be preeminent in the world in those technologies. It's a national security issue, as our security experts tell us, the conflict that could arise from competition for habitat and resources because of rising sea levels and all of the other consequences of the climate crisis. And it is a values issue for us to honor our responsibility to future generations, to pass this planet on in a responsible way. And the fuse is growing shorter on the time frame for us to do that. Matters are getting worse, and we are not going to make matters worse. We're going to pass this legislation. And as I say that, what this legislation will do is to help the president meet his goals, the goals of America for how we reduce emissions and pollution and the rest. And not only how we do that, meet and beat the goals of the Paris Accord, but also how we help other countries do so. The poorest nations in the world have contributed the least to the emissions challenge that we face, and we need to share technology and other resources with them so that they can meet their goals as well. So then the third part of it, I talked about the care piece of it, the healthcare piece of it in this. This is quite remarkable. And if you took any one piece of it, it would be transformative and historic. Taking together, it's quite a spectacular vision that President Biden has put forth. I salute him for it. And when I tried to, shall we say, make a case for this or that, he said, you don't have to tell me. I wrote it. I know the particulars. And that was what was so demonstrated this morning, his meticulous attention to detail, his encyclopedic knowledge of everything that was in the bill. We're really blessed with his leadership, and when he goes to these meetings with the G20 now and then to meet His Holiness the Pope and to go to Glasgow, we want him to go as strong as possible. When I had my meeting with His Holiness the Pope, I brought the President's greetings. Of course, I brought the greetings of the Congress of the United States, and climate was a very big, important issue for His Holiness, as I know it will be I assume it will be part of their discussion. But the climate issue is not just about, as I say, health and that. It's about people in poverty taking a terrible bite of this wormy apple called the climate crisis. So it's a big values issue for us. Anytime you want to ask me why I think this is transformative, I'm happy to answer that question.